Westbourne had troubles of his own, too. He reluctantly called a rare meeting with his two henchmen and a new arrival, Turkish fixer Berta Yalaz, Italian actress Maya Sanza, who we first encountered singing along to Killer Queen in her Mercedes. Not exactly subtle lyrics, but an enjoyable sequence which echoed last week's introductory scene, which saw Joni Mitchell playing in the detention center van, and episode 1's blast of 16 shots by Brit Jamaican rapper Stefflon Don. Wonder whose music will open the next episode. Westbourne is indeed running Pimlico Travel as a front for a people trafficking operation, but he was worried by the messy murder of Lori. I'm ex-military, I expect military standards, and wanted all loose ends tied up. Human transport is the gift that keeps on giving, he snapped. Or it has until now. Berna was due to fly to Izmir the following day to find new boats and a captain for their next shipment of refugees. Westbourne grilled her about her travel plans and seemed suspicious, pointedly omitting her from his parting shot of "Gentlemen, thanks." Clearly rattled, Berna immediately called a contact and said, "Westbourne's on to me. We need to meet urgently." But who was she talking to? Berna was in cahoots with Spook Spence in a surprise twist. It was MI5 officer Sam Spence, John Heffernan, who met Berna for a shady car park rendezvous. They had, it transpired, been working together for 5 years, but now she wanted out, fearing her life was in danger. It was Spence who'd given Berna the tip-off to shut down the trafficker's previous Bari route before the Italian authorities moved in. Berna had grown up in poverty with Westbourne's two henchmen, and they'd escaped from Collateral to England together. So what was she now doing working with that Millbank W, as the police charmingly called him? Part of an elaborate, long-running sting operation, or is Spence corrupt too? It was presumably him who leaked to the press that Abdullah was an Iraqi economic immigrant, not a Syrian asylum seeker, intending to discredit the murder victim. Spence might have a police ally in DS Nathan Bill, Nathaniel Martella White. But he certainly doesn't in D. Kip Gillespie, Carey Mulligan. Did Kip make a promise she can't keep? Struggling to figure out how the two killings were connected, Gillespie returned to Harlesfleet Immigrant Removal Center to talk to Fatima AAHD Kamel, this time, alone, so they could strike a woman-to-woman deal. The detective won Fatima's trust by showing her the infamous clip from her pole vaulting career, then vowing to help get residency for Fatima and sister Mona, Jalina Amir, something Gillespie couldn't guarantee, as furious colleague Bill made swearily clear. Mona was 8 months pregnant after being raped, which was partly why they couldn't return to Baghdad. In exchange, Fatima told Gillespie the location of her hidden mobile, which held footage of the family's journey by boat into Britain. Was there enough here to identify and incriminate the traffickers? It was hard to tell from the chaotic phone clip, but undeniably powerful when Gillespie flinched at a sudden gunshot. We enjoyed Gillespie's barely concealed contempt for the shifty manager of the Newberry Hotel, who employed freelance, illegal immigrants for below minimum wage and made them pay for their own cleaning materials. Mulligan was magnificent during these scenes, as she has been throughout this series. Nudity was unnecessary and undermined message in Episode 2, we got a gratuitous shower shot of Sandrine before she was coerced into sleeping with her boss. This time, the camera lingered as she lay topless in bed and stood at her bedroom window naked for little apparent reason. Meanwhile, another female character was snatched, beaten up and thrown onto waste ground for the obligatory corpse shot. Sorry, David Hare, but the facts that director S.J. Clarkson is female, Carey Mulligan is playing the lead detective, and the cast features strong female characters aren't enough to balance out such tired East tropes. MP Mars went way off script.